Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you. It is Friday, January the 5th. Let's just dive right in, okay? Let's rip off the Band-Aid. Um, we blew up today. You probably saw it. Maybe you're one of those guys that can't watch me trade live and you only watch my recap videos. If that's the case, then you know what? I kind of feel like I need to explain a little bit what happened and the decisions that I made. I'm going to explain them. And then you can comment and tell me how, you know, messed up in the head that I am. But it started out this morning. Actually, let me just show you this. Started out this morning. Again, did not start off very well. I mean, first of all, I'm not trading well. Okay. So let's make that very abundantly clear here. I've just been, I feel like I've been getting a little bit unlucky. I know some of you don't believe in that. All you ICT traders that know exactly what the market is going to do next and everything is precisely planned out for you guys. That unfortunately is not how it works for me. But every entry I take, I'm just immediately goes against me. And I'm also just kind of doing some very, very stupid stuff. Stuff that I know better. And after I do it, I know it was a bad idea and I shouldn't have done it. But here we are. Here we are, and it is what it is. I know I say that a lot, but it really is what it is. But it started this morning. We took a big loss, just a stupid trade. I know it's so much easier to look back on things and be like, yeah, that was a dumb trade. But this really was a dumb trade. We were in a very nice uptrend. The market had just made a pullback and we were going back, looks this very bullish candle. And we started to kind of fail here and I got convinced. And this was also a time where this Wada Atar, I was a little bit too much watching that. And this had just turned red at the time I entered. It's just a dumb trade. Anyway, moving on. Then here's the thing about my winning trades. Those actually didn't go that great either. I don't want to complain about winning trades, but right here, we pull back again. Touch the EMA. Perfect entry, right? I was watching this very closely. We pull back. We touch the EMA, and then we make a nice bullish candle. Boom, that's my entry. Very simple. And I enter. Okay, now let me explain. My profit target was at 15 ticks on my first trade or my first contract. My second contract is automatically at 30, but that second contract, usually I want to move, I want to have that as my runner. Now, I messed up. I entered this trade at 9:59. Okay. I completely forgot that we had PMI news at 10 o'clock. I completely forgot. Usually I have it on my screen and I don't know how I didn't see it, but I didn't. And before I could move my profit target to basically the high of this day, which is where I wanted it to be, boom, immediately this spiked up because of news. So I shouldn't complain because it could have easily spiked lower and given me a big loss. I understand that totally. But it was just one of them things where I was like, wait, I wasn't ready yet. And anyway, regardless, our next trade, we make this really nice move higher off the news. And then we kind of consolidated up here. And this is where, again, just a bad trade. I got impatient. I thought this was going to break out and just rip to new highs without me. I guess you would call that FOMO, fear of missing out. I thought, Friday, there's a chance that this market today we're just going to continue to rip to new highs today. I really was bullish on the day. And anyway, I go long right here trying to catch, thought we'd break out. And of course, I had a pretty big stop and got stopped out. Then we pull back and then we start going higher. So I'm like, hey, I know we're going higher, right? I'm not missing out. So I got in here, which this entry here wasn't actually that. I'm not upset about this entry. But then we just immediately rip lower, like a matter of seconds. It's comical at this point. I mean, in a matter of seconds, we rip lower, stop me out. And now here's where I need to go in a little bit deeper detail. Sorry, I'm going to really go down a rabbit trail and really explain what happened today. Okay. So just bear with me. But then I get stopped out by Guardian Angel Trader. Now, for those of you that know, I use Guardian Angel Trader when I'm using Ninja Trader, and I have an $850 loss set on Guardian Angel Trader, and that prevents me from, having these big losing days like I just had. So you might ask yourself, well, what happened? What did you do? Well, I guess I might as well share this because it is what it is. Guardian Angel Trader only works with Ninja Trader. Okay. This was a Trade-Evade account. Now I've done it in the past with Trade-Evade accounts. And that is also why going forward, all accounts that I purchase, I get with Rhythmic accounts, because Rhythmic accounts, this is not possible. So basically I switched to the Trade-Evade platform, and that is where I proceeded to trade. Or I proceeded to continue to trade even after my Guardian Angel Trader had stopped me out. So again, I did it cautiously and knowing, there was a lot of people in chat saying, that I'm going on tilt. I wouldn't really say that I was. I really wasn't. It was calculated decision by me. I was okay with losing the account. Basically what's happening. So this 150K account is a monthly fee, and I was going to get charged again in a week and a half. I only had $2,000 left in drawdown. And I really wasn't interested in being charged again for the monthly fee while the account is in drawdown. Okay. Now, there's a valid argument that I should have just waited and tried to, I still had a week that I could try to gain, get those gains back, or at least bring the account back to life in that, maybe next week. And that is a valid argument. Yes, you are correct. I could have done that in hindsight. Maybe that is what I should have done. I kind of wanted to rip the Band-Aid off and either get the account back above, basically I wanted to get it into profit and close to where we were, just so, I can get to that payout threshold before that next billing cycle comes, which if we're in profit, if we're $3,000 in profit or something, I don't mind getting billed again. I'm totally fine with that. But when we're, 2,000 in drawdown, which means we have 2,000 of wiggle room and we have to make $7,000 in order to get to payout, I'm good at math. That is an uphill battle. So that was part of the reason. The other part of the reason was I also have another 150K account eval that is already passed and basically just sitting in the waiting, in case I need it. So I knew that, and that account was also going to be rebuilt next week. So basically having that account also being up for rebilling, this account being up for rebilling toward the end of, it wasn't next week, but middle of the following week. it kind of the combination of those two, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go to Tradeovate and I'm going to try and bring this account kind of back from the dead, so to speak. And if it works, it works. If I lose the account, I'm okay with it. It is what it is. We're going to basically, if we lose the account, we're going to we're going to get the 150K eval that is passed. I basically just need to trade it one more day, and then that will be the account that I use on Monday. So everything considered, I decided I'm going to go for it. So now, if you agree with that or disagree with that, you are more than welcome to do either or. But now moving forward, this is the trades we took on Tradeovate. Now, we're going to have a little bit of a comedy session here. And like, I know I'm not trading well, okay? But there's also some part of luck, not luck maybe, but just unlucky. I mean, look at where the final where it stopped me out. Like this is not like this is actually true. This is not made up. It stopped me out and blew the account precisely at the lows. And if you were in the live stream, I mean, I even told you guys. I literally predicted this would happen. I said, "Hey guys, as soon as this account blows, that's your entry to go long. Rewind the tape, you will see it." And I kid you not, I end stream. I blew the account and, dealt with some trolls that always show up in these moments. And I ended stream and I went upstairs and I ate some lunch and I come back down. And I come back down and this move was happening right here. We were at the 16501s. Oh, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. If I would have, if this was two ticks difference, this I would have been in about $1,200 in profit. Anyway, I know hindsight and woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda beens are not something I really tried to do that much, but I mean, you got to admit, this is pretty funny. I mean, this is pretty funny how this, precisely stopped me out right at the bottom and then ripped 70, 80 points. Now, I am very happy that this continued to roll over. It does make me feel a little bit better because if this would have continued to make new highs, it wouldn't be pretty. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm totally okay, and it's quite honestly, it is kind of funny to me. But anyway, that does it for that account. I know this is a way longer recap video, but I feel like I just needed to share that. Now going to the 50K accounts, we had an okay day there. Actually, let me switch screens here. So you can see here, this account here is the 150K eval that is passed now. We traded it another day today, so now we'll get the paperwork for that tonight. This here is the casualty account. RIP, rest in peace. Everybody, moment of silence for this account. It just wasn't it. And then we had a great day on 3 of these accounts, actually hit my daily profit target on these. And basically I caught this move and I was able to hold through a lot more drawdown than being that it's micros, just held through the drawdown and hit the profit target. So I was very happy with that. But then I started going kind of off the rails on my 150K account, and I made the executive decision to not keep trading these 50K accounts. Again, these 50K accounts, I value these, like these 50K accounts I care about way more than I care about my 150K accounts. And like I said yesterday's video, if I could do it over again, I wish I would have just done all of these accounts as 50K, because it's just way easier to get to that $2,600 threshold than it is to get to a $5,000 threshold, especially for me, you know, still trying to get over that hurdle of getting to a payout. Um, it's just that looks like it's so much easier and easier to achieve. And again, my plan is obviously I'm going to trade this 150K account. I'm going to be aggressive on it. Like I said, I don't, I'm not going to mess around for 3 months trying to get to a payout with this 150K account and keep paying that monthly fee. I would rather, if I would be completely honest, I would rather be trading my 50K accounts one at a time right now and getting those to that $2,600 threshold than trading my 150K accounts. But the plan was to do the 150K accounts, so that is what we're going to stick with. And this is the last 150K account that I have that is passed, and I don't really plan to trade more evals anyway on these. So this will be the last one, and then we're going to switch to the 50Ks. So it will be, I'll be happy with that. But anyway, that kind of sums up today. Here is just quickly, if I can find it here. This is the TradeZella report. Actually kind of interesting here. So this is my TradeZella for my 1950K accounts, right? So I import or export out of NinjaTrader all of my 19 accounts, and then I import it into this account. Now, and it's kind of interesting. So right here, this huge red day, I still remember. I still remember this day like it was just a couple weeks ago. But this was a day that we blew up. It was ugly. And we have now, we're like $132 away from basically back to break even. Which were actually, if you look at all my 50K accounts and just, add up the balance, it actually is a positive balance. But because of how I'm keeping track of these accounts and because we actually lost some accounts, then, that's why it is the way it is. But hopefully we can just keep, again, these accounts, these 50K accounts are way more important to me than these 150K accounts. And I'm going to probably keep trading them just 2-3 at a time. And I'll only be trading micros. And hopefully we can catch a couple more runners and just continue to grow this balance. That is the goal. So hopefully we can do that. We do have, wanted to show the balance on these accounts. Basically, right now we have 4 accounts with a balance over 500. And then we have a couple right around 500, but these will be the accounts with the highest balance that I would trade one at a time first. And I guess we would see how it goes. Again, my goal is getting to a payout. We're going to get there, trust me. And all you trolls that keep trolling me, you're going to really be struggling. But anyway, that's it for today. We will be back Monday. And again, thanks everyone for your support. Appreciate it. And hope you have a great weekend. And God bless.